you know what's in your milk? Distinction Milk, distributed by Pinefoods Inc.
DJ Slim presents Drink with Intent, the ultimate all-white silent influence party, Volume 2, featuring Dominica's finest, DJ Snow, Selecta Urban, DJ Rem, DJ Flip the Boss, DJ Dave, Mika Labadie, DJ Ati, and DJ Slim. After party with Aunt Willa's YouTube sensation, DJ Style. Your Barbie Faithy, Wada G, and TK Combo. It's all going down at the Rail Saturday, April 4th. Admission, early bird $60, tier 2, $80, tier 3, $100. Tickets sold at Cozy Corner or online at ticketball.com. Drink with Intent, the ultimate all-white solid headphone party volume 2. It's gonna be crazy. This event is sponsored by Belfast Estate, BB Run, Discover Dominic Authority, Sunplace Hotel, Big W, Research IGA, Johnny Walker, Pirates Limited, Serrano, Hennessy, Malibu, KFC, DJ Median, K-Bits, Vibes Radio, Humble Visual, Astafan, Magnum Tonic Wine, Chef Ali, GBA Enterprises, Funky Rum, Chairman's Reserve, DDA Styles Travel, The Rel, Cozy Corner, The Vibe, High Garden Limited, Mikael's Courtyard, Mikael Henderson Inc., One Temps Bar and Grill, Flo Dominica.
All this is Saturday, April 4th. Wake up, let's pop from get ready for Breakfast Vibe. It's Breakfast Vibe. All happening at Super Special in Sultan. Start your morning the right way with good music, good food, and even better energy. DJ Fit the Boss, DJ Snow, DJ Fantastic, spinning all your favorite tunes. Real and the movement champions TK Combo. And listen, come hungry, because on the menu we got sauce, black pudding, vegan some fish, stew puffs, rock stage, chips, fish and chip, hot water, fish water, and plenty more. Drinks, music, good vibes guaranteed, and the best part, it's absolutely free. So grab your crew, bring your appetite, and start the Easter weekend the right way. Breakfast Vibes is the Saturday from 7 a.m. sharp at Super Special in Sultan. Don't miss Breakfast Vibes. It's powered by Adam Bring your budgets is
In season two, for the second year running, the second edition of Nature Island Small Business Buzz get bigger this season. It's a brand new season where we expect to go across the length and breadth of Dominica, taking outside of the capital city, also shoemaker, your farmer, your fisherman, whether you have big business, small business, and medium business, your abilities, your gifts, your talent. How do you survive if you fail? How do you accumulate a multiple group of businesses? Coming this Tuesday to reach Assumption on the 7th of April, we have a double header. Twins, because it's our second year, so we have two for the price of one. Don't miss it. Empowering the economic engine of growth in Dominica. This program enlightens, empowers from the root to the fruit, right here on the big station. Don't you miss Nature Island Small Business Bus every Tuesday from 4 to 5, every Thursday from 4 to 5. This is season 2. Season 2. Don't miss it. Season 2. Big Bang happens right here Tuesday, 2nd of April. A global audience awaits.
Our next stop this morning, D&D. That's coming up in the next 10 minutes. But before we do, it appears that The fight for Debouche continues. Of course, we have those pro and we have those anti. But I wanted to share with you this morning a very interesting statement from the Ambassador Felix Gregoire on Debouche, on the matter of Debouche this morning. And I'm sure there's a statement there from the PS. So a lot of statements coming forward. And maybe we'll get some reaction after the 9 o'clock hour, just for a minute here. But let's listen before we get to D&D to the former ambassador of the OECS and CARICOM, and of course a former forester himself, making a statement as it relates to Debouche and his thoughts. Listen to Mr. Felix Gregoire.
Statement on Debouche. As the former director of the Forestry, Wildlife and National Parks Division of the Government of the Commonwealth of Dominica, I wish to offer a humble and straightforward statement on the developments at Debouche. The Forestry, Wildlife and National Parks Division has long been at the forefront of environmental management. The division is no stranger to environmental impact assessments, commonly known as EIAs, having championed the need for EIAs in the formulation of projects and programs aimed at the sustainable use of natural resources for the benefit of all Dominicans. During my tenure as director, I worked closely with my staff to ensure that projects were executed in a balanced manner, providing social and economic benefits to Dominicans, while conserving and protecting the very resources that create those opportunities. The division has often been at the vanguard of EIAs, sometimes at a cost, but always in the national interest. I recall 3 significant projects, among others, that required our attention. 1, the Rural Electrification Project. 2, the Collyho Quarry. And 3, the Timber Salvage Project following the passage of Hurricane David. The division's position was never to stop projects that provided national benefits. Rather, our role and focus were to identify potential negative environmental impacts and propose mitigation measures in a calm, balanced.
All right, we will continue. Stick around, Dominica. Yes, we'll continue in a minute. We have a little issue there with the voice note, but let's see if we can get back to it in a minute. So give us a break there. All right, just stick around. Stick around. Stick around. Let's continue, Mr. Felix Gregoire.
An effective manner. I also wish to mention the Matia Dam, which was formed while I served as Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Public Works. That event required technical expertise and, most importantly, faith, as it was an unfamiliar experience at that time. When I first saw the activity at Debouche, which resulted in the deposition of mud on the roadway, I made several inquiries to better understand the situation. At that early stage, I heard comments that were not directly related to environmental concerns. When I passed through the area a week later, I observed a substantial retaining wall under construction. On that occasion, there was no mud on the roadway. Subsequently, a number of activities have taken place in and around Debouche. A field visit conducted on site on January 13, 2026, attended by several professionals community leaders, and members of the media provided clarity regarding the removal of materials and the mitigation measures being implemented. In my view, this was an excellent platform for constructive dialogue. Those with concerns were able to express them, and representatives of the government and the International Airport Project provided explanations. Immediately following the official site visit, a media house facilitated another interview with individuals expressing concerns without the presence of officials to provide clarification or balance. This interview was live streamed and, in my opinion, sought to undermine the positive outcomes of the official visit. I regard this unofficial interview as a setback for responsible journalism in our country. The activities at Debonche are taking place primarily on private lands, with some occurring within the forest reserve and not within any national park. A considerable amount of information has been made available regarding these activities. Naturally, individuals have taken varying positions on the matter, with or without full knowledge of the facts. However, it is important to consider this issue within the broader national context. During my lifetime, Dominica has experienced three major natural disasters: Hurricane David in 1979, Tropical Storm Erika in 2015, and Hurricane Maria in 2017. Of these, Hurricanes David and Maria were the most devastating in terms of national impact and coverage. Hurricane David dealt a severe blow, with approximately 60% of the forest affected, particularly in the southern region of the island. The Forestry, Wildlife and National Parks Division remained steadfast. Through deliberate effort and with nature's resilience, the forest recovered. And today I continue to appreciate the division's work in protecting Dominica's wildlife. Hurricane Maria was even more devastating, resulting in 100% defoliation of the forest. However, based on the experience acquired after Hurricane David, there was confidence that the forest would recover, and it did. This brings me back to Debonche. The area in question comprises approximately 26 acres, while the entire island has a total of 195,000 acres. I understand that less than 1 acre is inside the forest reserve. Now, if the entire island has recovered twice from widespread devastation, there is every reason to believe that Debonche will also recover. Indeed, it is far easier to manage a localized area than the entire island, and I am confident that appropriate measures are being taken to manage the activities at Debonche. Emotion is the greatest obstacle to effective environmental management, and sometimes this emotion can be an enemy. Success is achieved when facts, sound strategies, and diligent work are aligned. It is also important to consider the purpose of these activities at Debonche. The material being extracted is intended for use in constructing one of the most ambitious, necessary, and important projects in our nation's history. That is the International Airport Project. This is a development from which all Dominicans will benefit, regardless of individual positions. So those who are against the airport will benefit as much as those who support it. So, in conclusion, I urge all Dominicans to align themselves with what is in the best interest of the country. At times, we may fail to see the bigger picture, but it is not too late to do so. I thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador Gregoire. I'm sure we'll hear from the other side. I think I heard from Mr. Simeon Joseph just this week. It's a coming together to find solutions. But we have a stop coming up with D&D, and then we'll continue the debate on Debwash. Don't forget there's a big activity planned for this Saturday, where a number of facts will be presented there at Debwash between 2 o'clock for a few hours. If you want to join the debate, join the conversation. That's Saturday from 2 at Debwash. Well, let's take a break and we'll introduce our friends from D&D and then we'll get back to you. Thank you.
This lady asked me, sorry, sir, where is D&D Plumbing and Electricals now everybody talking about? I said, ma'am, D&D is located on 2nd Federation Drive, Goodwill, above Nagico. It's that green and orange building. D&D, we also do services and sales, general plumbing such as PVC pipes and fittings, kitchen faucets, bathroom faucets, shower valve, and all the other functional parts needed for your loo or toilet. At D&D Plumbing, we have in stock inline ball valves, check valves, and all the other parts that are necessary for a job well done. And now for the big one, baby, don't forget your drain busters to unplug your waste pipes. People don't have to know your business. D&D also got your pressure reducing valve to reduce water intake, thus reducing your plumbing expenses. The reason why customers just keep coming to D&D is because of the great customer service, exceptional product knowledge, and hard to find plumbing items and tidbits. D&D on Lower Federation Drive, the full comprehensive plumbing services, repairs, maintenance, and installation. Just watch out for the green and orange. This lady asked me, sorry sir, where is D&D Plumbing and Electricals now everybody talking about? I said, ma'am, D&D is located on 2nd Federation Drive, Goodwill, above Nagico. It's that green and orange building. D&D, we also do services and sales, general plumbing such as PVC pipes and fittings, kitchen faucets, bathroom faucets, shower valve, and all the other functional parts needed for your loo or toilet. At D&D Plumbing, we have in stock inline ball valves, check valves, and all the other parts that are necessary for a job well done. And now for the big one, baby, don't forget your drain busters to unplug your waste pipes. People don't have to know your business. D&D also got your pressure reducing valve to reduce water intake, thus reducing your plumbing expenses. The reason why customers just keep coming to D&D is because of the great customer service, exceptional product knowledge, and hard to find plumbing items and tidbits. D&D on Lower Federation Drive, the full comprehensive plumbing services, repairs, maintenance, and installation. Just watch out for the green and orange building.
Let's say good morning to Mr. Roberts this morning from D&D. Good morning to you, sir.
Yes, Matt. Good morning. How are you?
I'm here taking it one day at a time.
Very good, very good. And your listening audience, we just want to say morning to them and thanks for listening to our program, D&D Plumbing and Electrical Inc. And for those of you who never heard the program, maybe just joining and never heard it, we just want to tell you our location is on number 2 Federation Drive, Goodwill. That's as you're going up to the hospital. On your right-hand side, you see that building with a stone face. There's green and orange on your side with a big sign. You cannot miss us as you're going up that way. And as I'm speaking, maybe there's a thought coming to your mind, boy, I need this, I need that for my kitchen in contrast with plumbing and electrical. You can get that right at D&D. So our numbers are 449-0542 and our cell numbers are 285-9643. Or you could reach us on 616-7505. Or you can email us at ddplumbinge@gmail.com. Or you can like us or visit us on our Facebook, where you will find what's happening. We have daily updates, what is happening at D&D. We have so many things happening there, so we need you to check our Facebook page, like us, and you can also come in. We rather you coming in and experience, our great service, great product knowledge at D&D, and where you can get, quality product as you look at doing your plumbing works. Maybe you have that toilet running, that face basin running, that tap dripping. We have the items for you. All the plumbing items, maybe the seal valve, you want the basin tap, you want the gooseneck tap for the kitchen sink. Or you looking for that faucet, you have that vessel sink, you've been hearing about vessel sink and you want that faucet or you want the outlet for it, we have it right at D&D. We have all our toilets. We have our new toilet, which is American type toilet, P-trap toilet, white, and you have a dual flush, not a button on top. Some persons may not like the button, but it is the regular position at the front of the tank, and you have a up or down where you get a number 1 or a number 2 flush. So you want to conserve water, you want to not pay the company so much water. So there are ways and means you can save water, as I often say. And one of them is, the type of fixtures you put in, your pressure reducing valve, all those things can help you save money, as you experience your fixtures, your faucets at your home, and also trying to save a buck or two. This morning, Matt, we truly want to thank all our listening audience again. And this morning, we want to remind those that are listening to us, whether they are on island or out of island, we want to, there are persons listening so far and wide to Q95 and even all the programs that they have, especially D&D, so many feedbacks we are getting. We want to tell them, thank you for listening. But this morning, we want to remind you of our program, our ongoing promotion as we look forward to Easter. Matt, this weekend is Easter weekend, and we kind of, when we think of Easter, we think of egg, So this month we have been promoting our promotion has been so exciting, for the month of April as we look forward to our last day. Persons are coming in and they are looking for that paper that is in an egg shape, and there's a question on it, and it's not a hard question, it's very easy, but you have to think outside the box. It's not difficult. When I say outside the box, it's simple. You just have to contrast, you just have to, I don't want to give the answer or give too much information, but Matt, it has been fun, with the customers trying their best. Some have been, close to, but we, it's so exciting, this April day, and we're looking forward to our last day, Matt, because remember, tomorrow is Friday. Normally it would have been every Friday, but Friday, which is tomorrow, the 3rd of April, is a holiday. So we are looking forward to Saturday to have our last promotion, our last moment where persons will come in and look for that, that piece of paper looking like the egg with that question on it. So once they answer it correctly, Matt, during that period, we have a 12.5% to 15% off store-wide, but that person who answer correctly can get an additional 5%. So we are telling persons to come down to D&D where they can experience, such discount and, where their dollar can stretch. So we want to encourage persons, to come down to D&D, and we want to thank, the listening audience for always listening and, patronizing with us. We appreciate every person who walks in that door, whether they come and, just heard about D&D and they just want to know where it is or just want to see the place. We appreciate you just coming in, and you coming in and you have a need and you come and you buy, you do business with us. We appreciate that. And Matt, at D&D, I want to let customers know of our great product knowledge here and great customer service, and the quality of our products are unbeatable. As I often say, I am in the field, the plumbing field, the construction field, and I know what the guys them are looking for, or the homeowners, the new homeowners are looking for, and we try our best to bring in the best quality possible so that when you put in, you can get the lifetime on your product. So we want to encourage customers, you may have your tap leaking, your toilet leaking, and you are looking for the parts for this toilet, office basin, kitchen, whatever it is, you can come down to D&D where you can get all the parts for the toilet, your face basin tap, your kitchen tap, your non-return valve, and so much more, your pressure reducing valve, as Franklin Moses just reminded us, and our famous drain buster. We still have drain busters, and if you haven't got your drain buster, you need to come and get your drain buster. And tomorrow, Saturday, remember we have that store-wide sale, 12.5 to 15%. Tomorrow, Saturday, so you need to come down tomorrow so you can experience that discount and the product that you need so that you can get the job done. So, Matt, this morning we just want to remind our customers, those that are listening, the audience out there, we want to remind them that they are listening to our program, D&D Plumbing and Electrical. This is a business located in the Goodwill area on Federation Drive number 2, and we do sales and services. So you can come and get the product, but we also can come out to you if you have a problem with your plumbing at your home. We can come in and solve the problem for you, and we try our best to do it right the first time. You cannot reach a plumber, or if you have, and something I want to encourage customers, when you experience a problem in the plumbing aspect of your home, try to solve it as soon as possible. Try to reach your plumber as soon as possible, because it can cause so much more damage by you just leaving it and not attending to it immediately. So there's a saying, a stitch in time save 9. You leave it for a few months and then you're going to have to pay more, because it might get worse, and not only that, it can cause harm to your structure. So water is a thing that is very, very dangerous. It's good, but it has also, like in everything, there's a good and a bad. There is a good consequence and a bad consequence to certain things. So we want to encourage you, as you experience those problems, try your best to get to your plumber. If you cannot get to your plumber, you call, D&D, we can reach out and solve that problem for you. So, Matt, this morning we truly want to remind customer of our program, our promotion rather, which is for the month of April. And, April just starts, so we're looking at this weekend for the Easter weekend, and we are ending our program, which is tomorrow is the last day. We had it every Friday, but because tomorrow is a holiday, we are going to have it on the Saturday. So we are asking persons to come out. You have that plumbing need, and maybe your pipe has been leaking. You can come out tomorrow and shop at D&D and get that discount you've been waiting for. And as I tell you, we have that egg hidden somewhere. You might just be looking, or you could come and you really want a tap, but you get the tap and you didn't get it. You could just browse around and just look and see if you get the paper that look like the egg with the question, so you can get an additional before you cash. So we want to tell you, thank you so much for doing business with us at D&D, and we look forward to continue, serving you. It's always our pleasure at D&D to continue to serve you in whatever capacity, whether it's on the field or in here. We look forward every day to serve our customer, and we do it with joy and with pride. So we want to tell you to come, and as we wait for you, as you shop at D&D. Matt, this morning we want to thank you and your team and your listening audience again, and we just want to tell you, Matt, you and your team have a great day, have a productive one, and your listening audience. Thank you so much, Matt.
Thank you. Have a great day, you and your staff. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, sir, where's D&D Plumbing and Electricals now everybody talking about? I said, ma'am, D&D is located on 2nd Federation Drive, Goodwill, above Nagico. It's that green and orange building. D&D, we also do services and sales, general plumbing such as PVC pipes and fittings, kitchen faucets, bathroom faucets, shower valve, and all the other functional parts needed for your loo or toilet. At D&D Plumbing, we have in stock inline line, ball valves, check valves, and all the other parts that are necessary for a job well done. And now for the big one, baby. Don't forget your drain busters to unplug your waste pipes. People don't have to know your business. D&D also got your pressure-reducing valves to reduce water intake, thus reducing your plumbing expenses. The reason why customers just keep coming to D&D is because of the great customer service, exceptional product knowledge, and hard-to-find plumbing items and tidbits. D&D on Lower Federation Drive, the full comprehensive plumbing services, repairs, maintenance, and installation. Just watch out for the green and orange building.
All right, following the statement there from Mr. Felix Gregoire, who is a former forestry official, head of forestry as well. A lot of reactions thus far. Yes, as I said, a lot of reaction since I played this statement there from the ambassador, former OECS ambassador, CARICOM ambassador, a former forester himself. I got an early reaction from Miss Janelle Brisbane, who is one of the scientists in Dominica who's been speaking for the protection of Desbois. And we will talk to her something about 10 o'clock this morning. But her first response was, Matt, really, he said very little, especially someone with so much knowledge. In his own words, of the importance of the ESIAs on our forests. I'm off to believe that he never took note of the ESIAs or did not make the note of what happened to the river and the real concerns of the people. Or perhaps he deliberately avoided the evidence in front of all Dominicans. Well, we'll take more phone calls. We'll hear from Gina a little later, maybe about 10 o'clock. Hello, talk to me. Yes? Hello.
Good morning, Dominican. Good morning, St. Joseph. My top from QFM is my, 99% is my pleasure. I listen to QFM. I don't listen to TV and those kind of things.
Okay.
I even listen to American news like a QFM. And my thought, sometimes I just wonder if I too involved in Dominica politics. You just check yourself off and on, But my thought, when you have to sit down and listen to some people, you think that is in position that's supposed to educate people. And you see them, maybe it's not their fault, but playing tricks or leaving certain things off and saying what they want the people to be appeased of. When I hear the guy you had, or how you call him again, the diplomatic guy, whatever he is.
Mr. Gregoire.
He talk about Hurricane David, and I was there for Hurricane David, I see it. I was there for Hurricane Alan, I see those hurricanes. Matter what the man saying is not the truth. Now I know when a hurricane blow is the wind from the sea. So that seawater mixes the air and it blows. So when that hit the trees, it can turn the trees brown. But that doesn't mean that it kills the trees. And secondly, if you take up a tracker and you cut down that area, those trees will not be in existence. Tell the people the truth. The animals that used to reside there will no longer reside there again. If the mountain was protecting some wind, that wind will have that freeway to hit those communities even more because there is not a mountain to help protect them people. This is why in them old times they used to plant specific plants. They used to call windbreakers because they know if a hurricane comes, it can protect their bananas by that windbreak trees they used to be, planting a row. God put the hurricane there for the mountains there for a reason. And no one of them can come and tell the people, after you put down that mountain, how they will deal with it after the effect? Who going to take responsibility for their damage for the next generation to come? They cannot tell you that because all of them hold big position, but they're not scientists. Some of them in position and they don't even deserve that position. Tell the people the truth. Tell them what will happen after all you put down the hurricane. What is the possibility after all you put down the mountain? Stop. If all you so good, now all you talking because all you are shareholders. Tell us what Roosevelt Scary do with 51,000 passports. Where the money? All of all you say mumu. But all you want to go in the reserve. All you want to go in pay quite everywhere and put down them people mountain. That is wrong. Respect those people or you take $10 million away from them. God bless Dominica. Thank you.
God bless you too. Hello on the telephone. Yes, good morning. Are you there? Oh, 449. Matt, and we also saw a release from Montreal Management Consultants Development. So it seems everybody's, getting out of their holes this morning and standing against Day Wash. A lot of responses there. We've got another one from the PS who will try to play for you. And somebody saying yet another professional, yet Mr. Gregoire is taking a political stance instead of a professional approach. How politics can compromise and corrupt professionals. Again, more telephone calls. In the morning, this is the hot seat. Talk to me, yes.
Matt, good morning. My name is Randy Rodney.
Hey, Mr. Rodney, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well. How about you?
Okay, I'm taking it one day at a time.
Yeah. Matt, sometimes I find that in our Commonwealth, we deal with matters from perspectives that seem to either profit us or that we like. So that, and I've said that other statement many times, so that intelligent people speak without remembering that the word intelligent has the prefix intel. Intel refers to information. And when you present information to people, it must be presented as a total package, Matt. I can't just tell you looking good, you're a good, handsome young man without identifying some of your flaws that are there. Because then you lose the intelligence of presenting your perspective. So I listened to Mr. Gregoire, and I am sure if the circumstances were different, Mr. Gregoire would have presented a fair and balanced statement. What he said was not fair and balanced. Why am I saying so? There is no way that you can compare a natural disaster with a man-made disaster. Any student of stage 1 will know that. A man-made disaster is unplanned for and so on, but a man-made disaster is intentional. This project, this Debwash project, well, before I go to the Debwash project, Mr. Gregoire made a statement that he knows is patently false. He knows that to be false. Because everybody else have heard me that when I ask him one question. Give me one name of a Dominican who is against the international airport. Matt, do you know anybody?
Not that I have a few persons, but the majority is for the airport from what I've gathered. The majority of persons.
That's what my information is. Like I said, on the Freedom Party, on the United Workers Party, on the Labour Party, we have people who have said there's built in that airport. The only party who vehemently went against an international airport at the early stages was this Labour Party. Under the guise that we can't afford it, who's going to pay for it? Now, so let's for that argument already. Let's put that argument outside. This argument should be in trash bin, because really and truly, that is an incorrect statement. Here's the second thing about that, about Mr. Gregoire's statement. When you examine what Mr. Gregoire has said and his experience and everything else, and then he used a analysis of how many acres of land have been used, and so I don't have the facts on that, so I can't discredit either way or credit it either way. But I'll say that to you. The question that Dominicans have to get answers for is number one. Why was the impact assessment study not discussed with the people, for example, that it purports to have been discussed with? You heard, Matt, that the Kalinago council chief said they have no information that there was ever a discussion between anybody with the Carib people,
That's
correct?
very correct. Very correct. I have the statement. Yes, I do.
Right. But the environmental impact assessment study says that there was discussion with them. What was the need to lie about that? Mr. Gregoire needs to give us the entire intel because he's from inside. He needs to tell us why there was no discussions with the Carib people, the Kalinago people, that the document says that there were discussions. Why? Because if you have to present an environmental impact assessment study, Matt, you must have discussions with the people who the project or the whatever is going to impact. If you don't have that discussion, yet you're saying in your report you have that discussion, you have something to hide. You need to tell us, why did you hide it from the people from the start? Why did you even hide this study from the people? Is it because you know that there are inaccuracies in there? Is it because you know that there are some things in there that will give you trouble, so you hide it from the people? One mistake like Mr. Gregoire, who was a highly respected forester, quite frankly, in his day, he must not now sully his reputation by seeming to be very partisan or something like that. It hurts me when people like that do that to their intelligence, do that to themselves. When you stoop so low that you disregard who you are and the prestige that some people hold you in for your profession, and you drag your profession down just because of a political slant or slide. I want people to stop that. I saw another thing that purportedly written on Nature Island News by another gentleman, and I shudder that in a democracy, people are saying to you that transparency kills. I mean, if you can imagine that, it's something else. In a democracy, in a relationship, there must be transparency. In a democracy where the government is the servant of the people, the government, the people in office must report to the people. That is what the transparency is. It is not a king. Matt, you see the protests going on now in the U.S. No kings. The no kings protest in the U.S. People are thinking that Trump is now acting like a king. How many more kings do we have in these countries? Right? How do you go to do something without the blessing of your people and then turn around and call them fools, literally, because they're asking for transparency? I think it's time that Dominicans look at this thing from a perspective where we want to do things for the country for the benefit of everybody. I think an international airport will benefit everybody. There has been debate about where it should be and where it should not be and so on. Okay, you'll decide to put it there. Do it right. That's all Dominicans have been asking. In fact, that's all what I'm asking. Let's do it right. Let's know how much money we have raised, how much money we should be spending. Let's do the EIA right. But finally, have you ever seen any large difficulty with the quarries on the West Coast? They have been harvesting stones there for umpteen years, correct?
Nope, I haven't seen no large difficulty. No.
But they have been harvesting stones there for umpteen years, not so?
Oh, many years. You're right.
Right. Now, they did not have to dig so many thousand tons of stuff before they get to stones, did they?
Nope.
Right. Now, you go into a place to quarry for stones, and you have, by your own report, you have to remove more stuff from the place where you want to get the stones before you get to the stones. Whereas in other places in the country, you can get the stones available. Dominicans are saying, what is the interest outside of having to get all these materials to get the stone? What is the interest that you have in Desbouches that you have to go through the expense of excavating all this material to stockpile it somewhere else, right? That in itself is another environmental issue, okay? For you to get to the stones that you want, whereas you could have barged it from Colliho, Budget from Kulibistri, wherever they have the quarry down, budget from there. That's what Gadakan did, and I repeat any years of Dominicans over and over again, to help when they were building the new Point-à-Pitre airport. It was our stones that did that. Stones from Dominica. It came from Coliho. We did not even know that. But 2 barges were leaving every week to go and look for that purpose. I don't know what is the problem with people about being transparent about the people's business. And then now the government is looking for a lot of people to shoot bullets at the other people who are asking questions, who are purportedly saying no, that the people don't know what they're doing. The people are like that, Phyllis Gregor. So I want to appeal to people like Phyllis Gregor, who, like I said, has been a respected official, that he must be careful that he does not lose the integrity that he gained for himself as a respected forester just to sing a particular song or add a verse to the hymn of a song that somebody wants him to sing. Matt, thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Rodney. Thank you very much. 9:19, as I said, we'll hear from Gina Brisbane at the top of the hour, 10 o'clock. But we have to stop coming up with our friends from, of course, SMAT in a few minutes. Hello, talk to me on the telephone.
Matt, good morning, Matt.
Good morning to you, sir.
Matt, I didn't catch the voice, and I tuned in mid session. So I was like, is this a Hong Kong police with a Dominican accent? That was my first impression, because he sounded very intimidating. The tone of his voice, he sounded like, if you don't back down, we're going to deal with you. That was the underlying message I got from his tone and his content. But Matt, I would like to ask Mr. Gregor one question. If you are 90% complete with the runway of the new international airport, why is it at such a late stage you have to go and mine such a large area in Deboche? Continue on. Where you were mining the 80%, the 90%, it has not run out of rock. Why are you so persistent that you have to go and get 10% out of Deboche? And why do you have to destroy so many acres, regardless of if you said that it's private land and only 1 acre is forest reserve? In such a difficult place to access it, as the pastor just said, you have to remove all this material on top of it to get to it. Why? It makes us very suspicious, Matt. We already do not trust. We oppose the United Workers' Party when they wanted to mine copper. We oppose them, Matt. So it's not political. This is an environmental issue that all Dominicans should get behind. It is not because it's my party that I'm going to agree with it. And we did that. Dominicans oppose UWP. They back down, or the company from Australia backed down. So, we also are asking the question, why just 10%? Just continue and leave our mountain alone. Thank you.
All right, thank you too. More telephone calls at this time. Remember, we have a stop coming up in the next 12 minutes with SMAT. Hello on the telephone, yes? Sorry about that. Let's move to the next call. Are you there, caller? Yes?
Yes, Madam Demat. Good morning, Matt. How are you this morning?
Morning. I'm here for now. Thank you.
Matt, I am a layman, right? And I am listening to both sides of the coin. I am saying, as a Dominican, we need an international airport. We want an international airport. But, Matt, I don't think we should destroy the bush to get it. If we have alternatives, that is my point. The people should understand. If you have no alternative, okay, but you have an alternative, use it. That's all I believe. They should come together and look at the alternative and leave the bush alone. As simple as that.
All right, caller, thank you. Matt, yes, indeed, people like Mr. Gregor and all his party hacks are now coming out of their holes. Matt, it's sad that people like him knows better, but for their own selfish benefit, they will seek to defend what they know is wrong at the expense of the young people and country, etc. 449-3095, 449-3096, 449-3097. Let's take more phone calls. This is the hot seat. Hello, talk to me.
Good morning to you, your listeners at home and abroad.
Yes, I just want to ask from what angle, what position that Mr. Gregor was talking. Because I myself, when I put on the radio, I thought he was addressing some annual meeting somewhere, and he was making passing reference to the airport. I got the sense that he make a specific
Reference to Debonche, yes.
to Debonche on the airport and so on. I mean, Mr. Gregor was a gentleman I know, I respect very, very highly, and he's a gentleman I think who has Dominica's best interest at heart, of course. But it is unfortunate that he got himself trapped, and I do not understand why these people will come across, Labour rights, the Labour Party and supporters will come across and give the impression to the world that Dominicans are against an international airport. It would have done Mr. Gregor well if he had said that there are people who are concerned, and you would recommend, if you want to be an elder and you want to advise properly, that people have concern, and you recommend that the authorities sit down with them and address this concern. And at the end of that, we can all rally behind the completion of the project. That would be a statesman talking. But they come and say because people have some concern, they're against the airport. I mean, I hear him deliberately saying they're those against the airport and they're those for the airport. Every Dominican want an airport to the mark. Every Dominican wants an airport. But we want the thing to be done properly. That's what they're saying. And if people have concern, the people in Concord area, they live in a river there, all of a sudden they're saying the river have changed from its natural water to muddy water. They can't wash their clothes, they can't bathe, and there is concern about that. And they said they had no discussion with nobody who alleged them that was going to happen. The other thing, why would you take all of this soil, tons of soil out to get stones? And normally under tons of soil, you don't get stones, you get rock that you might have to use everything to bust it, and so on. And our stones have been used elsewhere. We have exported stones to Guadeloupe and Martinique and so on for years, and so on. They have used our stone to do projects in their country. All of a sudden, we just find it's a Debonche stone that is the best thing for the airport. Something is wrong with us. And people you expect to come forward and assist, bring some reasoning so their party and those who have concern you can bring them together. They're coming there now and joining the bandwagon to criticize and create division in the country. I mean, the country is in bad shape, Matt. When you hear people like Mr. Gregoire will come forward and make reference to Debonche without advising that the authority, the government, sit down with those who are of concern and get this thing fresh out and so on. It's so unfortunate, Matt. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Matt. Somebody says, son, it hurts me when people who once stood to defend our forests, our environment, our parrots, our rivers, even bring people to court showing how much they care about the environment. Today, they seem to have forgotten. That's a note there from an elderly. Hello, talk to me on the telephone who knows Mr. Gregoire very well. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Hello, good morning, Matt.
Morning to you, sir.
Matt, this is Boots. Matt, I want the people to know Boots on the ground is still alive in his country. Love his country. Not love politics, because politics is not what we're talking about. Today, what we're talking about again is a country that we all met, that was protected by our ancestors, that we could come today and enjoy the goodness that is in it, the value and impact that is in it. Some people stand and fight before and bled and die, that certain things could not happen in order to destroy our country that they had loved so much. Matt, I want to big up the engineers. I want to big up the professionals. These young people that those government helped to send to study and become professionals. Those their parents sweat, toil, and was able to finance their study that they become professionals. Matt, those that take on their own and take loans to become professionals, and today have the professionalism in them from Dominica, homebred persons that can defend their country. And when they stand up and speak about defending and protecting Dominica for the future, that some people want to turn up because of a few dollars, because of a personal benefit, and chastise them, and even try to make things look as if something that they're saying is wrong. Matt, something is wrong with our people. Matt, I want to give you an experience over the past years that I went to Guadeloupe. They were supposed to do a water project, to increase water to a general area. And Matt, these people had consultations with the people. Matt, debates and all kind of discussions were there. People from the floor were coming up and put their suggestions into place. And Matt, I listened to the way the debates was going on, and it hurt me inside that there is people that can stand up to protect their rights, their future, and the future for the others. And these people take everything into consideration. And when they finally put that thing in order, everything is smooth running. They don't have no problem, because they had to address all the issues. Farmers and their land, persons that was renting land, people that was not even involved there, but they have interest in what is happening. Matt, I think, Dominica, we need to respect the young people that we call the professionals, because it's not just by mouth. They spend years studying. And what I think as a recommendation, Matt, we have a few elders that came from the directive points then. There's people like Simeon Joseph. There's Lennox Linton. There is Edison. There's a lot of people. There is Norris Prevost. There is people. The names that come close is them I call in, but Matt, there is a number of people that could sit among a table, discuss the interests of Dominica for the future, for the children that come in tomorrow, and see how we're damaging Dominica, only to talk about an international airport. But there's countries that have international airport, and it's a burden for the countries, you know. You know? Where they're talking about taking the rocks there, Matt. Fresh water is running from that area. Daily, nightly, 24/7, fresh water. We're talking about damaging the place to take the rocks out while we have rocks in other places. And we haven't talked about what we could do with that water. Prepare a kind of water plant in that area that they could take that water and sell that water to the world. Matt, you hear the amount of wars that is going on in the world?
Mm-hmm.
Matt, you hear the amount of killing and drying, everything that is happening, the bombs, is all they're going to do is to create more fire and dryness in the world. Matt, you know, we go into our own geothermal. Thanks, they say it is for the power increase, and it's going to reduce our bill. Matt, you know, our water system has been affected by that, Matt. And we're going in now to put some more dynamites in bottom there to take the rocks off, to say the rocks we want for us to make an airport. Matt, I want 10 professionals to talk to each other and reorganize a fundraising drive that they can get money. And I want 10 of them to take the government to court. 10. The 10 will multiply by 10, by 10, by 10, by 10, like Jesus said, where there's 1 multiplied by 10. Matt, we need to challenge that matter and to deal with the future of Dominica for our children, our grandchildren, and those that even outside that is not Dominican, to be able to come to Dominica.
All right, again, caller, thank you. Boots in the air there. Let's take 1-2 phone calls and we'll wrap it up and move on to our friend from SMAT. Hello, Rosemary is already seated. Hello, talk to me.
Matt, good morning to you.
Morning to you, sir.
And good morning to all of your listeners. It's raining there and everybody was walking, Matt. But Matt, you know when you said that Mr. Gregoire was going to give a statement, Matt, and make it my business to listen to him. Matt, do you know that Mr. Gregoire from Scotland?
Of course I know that, huh?
Do you know that I am from Scotland, Matt?
I do.
Yeah, Matt, Mr. Gregor and I raised 2 feet apart. Where his mother house, the house he raised in, 2 feet apart from us. For the record sake, I am Tony Caesar. And Matt, when I heard you say you're going to give a statement, Matt, I make it my business to listen, because I saw him operate in the past, Matt. But in the past, not even, you know what, as Diamond Tree is the right look? As Diamond Tree, Matt, when you leave Mr. Gregor house, going up, not to the school, but there are 2 roads. One going to the school and one going straight up to where we call Tavan. But there's a family that stay at war with his mother for a while, because they were going to cut up a Diamond Tree. And Mr. Gregor said, no, it is wrong. So Matt, I was very concerned when you said he was going to give a statement. I said, boy, that man going to stand for what is right. Mr. Gregor, I am very disappointed of you, man. Because as Diamond Tree or Almond Tree, whatever is the right name, cannot compare to a river and a mountain. That's bad. It cannot be good. It cannot be right. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you. I think we have 2 more minutes. We'll allow for another call, and then we'll wrap it up for the morning. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Hey, good morning, Matt. I'm the Dominican people.
Yeah, so we'll make it short, 60 seconds. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, Matt, let me say something. Mr. Gregor, I'm very disappointed in what Mr. Gregor said this morning. Matt, when you come in with statements like what you make, you must be conclusive and you must be general. You're trying to conclude a study with a general investigation. My part of his statement, where he used that those who are against, Matt, that cannot be true. I'm up here in station, and the Dominicans who are happy about that airport that is coming. But they are not in agreement the way they are going about building that airport. Matt, we want our national pride as well in terms of development and infrastructure. When we travel, we can say we come from Dominica and our airport. I would like it to be better than St. Martin, Antigua, and other places. I would love it to be. But Matt, at what cost? What are we going to suffer as a result when the airport is finished? What are we going to lose? Is there too much to lose or there is too much to gain? Which one? And Dominicans have to make the choice. Are we willing to lose that which is more beneficial to us to gain something that will not actually be 100% beneficial to us in the long term? Because worldwide right now, everybody's trying to reserve water. You know, right now, Matt, the water that comes from the rain, we have to be very careful with it because it is even contaminated with what they are doing in the air. Scientists is warning about that. And if Dominica create its own rain, Dominica is one of the countries that create its own rain and its own underground water. We have to preserve it, Matt.
All right. I'll tell you what, we've got to go. Thank you. A comment here, Mr. Gregor has absolutely no empathy and dedication for the work he was trained to do because of greed. This is one statement there in a WhatsApp message. Just to inform you, as I was speaking yesterday, we had the case of the couple there in the Wharton Waven area that the gentleman and son was taken in there by the police. They had to appear in court this morning. So we'll keep you updated as to where that issue is at this time. Once we get more information, we will share with you sometime later. We'll do this and we'll come back after this.
The Dominica State College is inviting you to upgrade your skills with a brand new slate of short courses. Offerings include modern joinery using PVC boards, farm business management, basic tiling, basic electricals, leadership and emotional intelligence, and cultural adaptations in the workplace for employees and employers. Interested persons are encouraged to visit DSC's Facebook page or WhatsApp channel to access the registration link. Classes expected to begin the week of April 20th. Call 255-8109 for more information.
For decades, Springfield Trading Limited has provided Dominica with a very trusted distribution platform of the highest quality, best prices. Every day can't do without products and consumer brands. And as the Springfield Trading wheels of distribution continue to turn, we serve this nation with distinction on all levels, supported by a unique merchandising service, serving all major accounts across Dominica, the best daily distribution mobile network. and a dedicated support team. It is no doubt that Springfield Trading is being saluted for its market service confidence, efficiency, and consistency. With quality in everything, Springfield Trading is providing the brands you know and have come to trust, depend, and rely on with flowing confidence. Distributors for holiday foods, Grab a Holiday, Fruta, Real Fruit Juice, Juiced Right, Buster. You've gotta have a Buster. Chubby, every day is Monday. Colgate, a world of care. Crooks Biscuits, your vital supplies. Cadbury Chocolate, makes every day delicious. And so many more products, only from Springfield Trading Limited.
For all your shopping needs at the best prices in Dominica, shop at S-Mart. Shop at S-Mart.
Oh, my favorite shop.
Smart, top up flow, and digital.
Smart. Sunday.
Open on holidays.
Shop smart.
So much fresh fruit and produce.
Good quality service. Unlimited parking. All the best products at S-Mart. You get the best prices.
Smart at S-Mart.
S-Mart Pharmacy. Care for the family. Come on in, we'll treat you right. Got your remedies day and night. Need your medication, we'll fill your prescription. Satisfaction guaranteed. That's my pharmacy. Call if you're on the go. Pick up like the drive-through window in the community. That's my pharmacy.
That's my pharmacy on Goodwill Road. Call 235-2328.
Satisfaction guaranteed. That's my pharmacy.
For decades, Springfield Trading Limited has provided Dominica with a very trusted distribution platform of the highest quality, best prices, everyday can't do without products and consumer brands. And as the Springfield Trading wheels of distribution continue to turn, we serve this nation with distinction on all levels, supported by a unique merchandising service, serving all major accounts across Dominica, the best daily distribution mobile network, and a dedicated support team. It is no doubt that Springfield Trading is being saluted for its market service confidence, efficiency, and consistency. With quality in everything, Springfield Trading is providing the brands you know and have come to trust, depend, and rely on with flowing confidence. Distributors for holiday foods, Grab a Holiday, Fruta, Real Fruit Juice, Juiced Right, Buster. You've gotta have a Buster. Chubby, every day is Monday. Colgate, a world of care. Crooks Biscuits, your vital supplies. Cadbury Chocolate, makes every day delicious. And so many more products, only from Springfield Trading Limited.
For all your shopping needs at the best prices in Dominica, shop at S-Mart. Shop at S-Mart.
Smart. Oh, my favorite shop.
Smart, top up flow, and digital.
Smart. Sunday.
Open on holidays.
Shop smart.
So much fresh fruit and produce.
Good quality service. Unlimited parking. All the best products at S-Mart. You get the best prices.
Smart at S-Mart.
Let's say good morning to Rosemary this morning. How are you doing, Rosemary?
Oh, Matt, I'm doing great.
Good to know.
Oh, yes. And I must say thank God for that. Health and strength, that's the most important.
What's happening at S-Mart today?
Oh, yes. Well, what's happening at our favorite supermarket in Dominica, S-Mart? Let me just say to our customers that today is Thursday. And today, Thursday, as you know, tomorrow is Good Friday. So today is the day to really go and shopping, I can tell you. But today, Thursday, we are open from 8 a.m. and we will be closing at 9 p.m. I know everybody have to go shopping. So we are open. We opened this morning 8 a.m. and we are closing tonight at 9 p.m. Now, tomorrow, Good Friday, we will be closed. So S-Mart will be closed tomorrow, Good Friday. We will be opened on Saturday at 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Saturday, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. And on Sunday, we are open from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Now, let me just say to you that what we have to first think of is our health. And Customers, we have healthy dates. And I want you to know about dates. Dates is digestive health. It promotes regular bowel movement. It prevents constipation. Dates boost brain. It boosts the brain. It's heavy, very, very healthy. It helps to regulate blood sugar. And it's natural. And also improve bone health. It improves bone health. So you need to go down to SMAT and ensure that you get your dates. Your dates, that's what you will use to sweeten, like when you are having your breakfast in the morning and you are having your oats. That's what you need to use to sweeten it instead of sugar. Like I said, it regulates the blood sugar. So you do not have to put sugar. All you need is your dates. You just put about 3 dates, and you're good to go. And I can tell you, it makes a big difference instead of sugar. And remember, we have to stay away from the sugar and use the dates. So now it is available at SMAT and at a very good price. I think the price is $8 per pound. And you may be wondering how I know about it, because that's all I use myself. I do not use the sugar, I use the dates. So you need to hurry to go down to SMAT and ensure that you get enough dates. So you need to buy more than 1 pound. So at least you will always have dates. We also receive cranberry. Okay, so if you go down to SMAT right now, I can tell you it is really, really selling out quickly. The cranberry, it is available right now. Fresh, delicious cranberry. So go down to SMAT. Also, we have flaxseed. So if you go down to SMAT, you for sure gonna get your flaxseed. And the flaxseed, like you know, it's like 8 ounces. 8 ounces the flaxseed. And it's always at a good price at SMAT. You only pay $7.40. Only $7.40. And as you know, the flaxseed is a good source of fiber and copper. And it's great on your oatmeal. It's great on your cereal. It's also very good on your salads. And it's good for much more. We also have chia. And you know that chia is something that we can't do without. We need chia when we are, preparing our salads. We need chia when we have in our oatmeal. So when we are doing our smoothie, we need chia to put in the smoothie. And as you know, chia is a good source of calcium, a good source of zinc, and iron. So you see how good it is? So when you hear about chia, you know that is something you can't do without. You need to have it. And I can tell you that chia is very good on our oatmeal, on our yogurt, and much more. So you see, you have to head down to SMAT. Also, we know that tomorrow is Good Friday. It's a day to be at home. It's a day to relax. And it's also a day to eat some good food. So Good Friday, you're looking to have some fish to cook. Okay, and you're looking for codfish. You're looking for smoked herring. So you know at SMAT we have all these available. So you have to make your way down to SMAT. And also if you want to eat, I guess, local chicken, you can also go to SMAT. You will get your local chicken. Now you want to cook good food, something different, because it's a day to relax. It's a day to be with family. So you can get your Goya paste. Get your Goya paste. It's a good day to cook with tomato paste. So you get your Goya paste sauce. We have 12 ounces in our paste, and it's only $8.95. We also have the traditional pizza sauce, 14 ounces, traditional pizza sauce for only $8.70. And please take note, we also have the organic pizza sauce. Organic pizza sauce, 14 ounces, $11.10. And we have the 4 cheese, because I know that's the day you are home and you want to cook, you want to bake. Yes. So we have the 4 cheese Alfredo. That's the Alfredo sauce. And it is 16 ounces. And the price is $17.65. Also, we have tomato sauce, 8 ounces. You want to cook with tomato sauce? We have it for only as low as $3.15. We have the crushed tomatoes, 1 pound weight for only $10.85. We also have the pasta sauce, the chunky golden, and we have the chunk gardened, and we also have a combination. Also, we have tomato and garlic and onion. So you want that one to put, I can tell you, in your pasta, right? Because I know it is tasting good. So you can also get the basil, okay? Tomato and basil. Now, it's a day also to have some very, very good tasting baked beans. I guess for breakfast tomorrow, you want to have something good. And everybody knows that baked beans in breakfast tastes good, right? Now we have the Bushes. Bushes is one of my favorite, I should say, in the baked beans. And also we have maple and maple and home style, okay? Maple and home style. We also have a large selection of beans in the cans. And I know, well, tomorrow is a day that people want to rest, people want to cook the good food, but I don't think everybody would like to be cooking peas and, the pressure cooker and doing all of these things. So I think tomorrow is a day to go easy while you rest. So you want to just open your cans of beans and on the fire. And in a few seconds, you can, it's ready to go. So get your pink beans, get your red kidney beans, get your chickpeas, healthy chickpeas. It is available. Get your green pigeon peas. Now, I know for most people in Dominica, they know about the green pigeon peas because, I can tell you, growing up, I ate pigeon peas, I would say, every day as a child because we would be planting our pigeon peas. So even now, people, you can still plant your pigeon peas. Pigeon peas is very healthy to eat. But if you go down to SMAT, like I am saying now, you can get your green pigeon peas in the can. So you need to go back to things like pigeon peas, okay? Now we have mixed vegetables. And I know tomorrow God spare potato salad, of course. This is a day for that, right? So you need the mixed vegetables to put in your potato salad. And also we have the peas and carrots, and I know you want to put that in the rice. Okay, we take a short break and we'll be right back.
My pharmacy, care for the family. Come on in with the treat you right. Got your remedies day and night. Need your medication. We'll fill your prescription. Satisfaction guaranteed. That's my pharmacy. Call if you're on the road. Pick up at the drive-through window. Live in the community. That's my pharmacy.
That's my pharmacy on Goodwill Road. Call 235-2328.
Satisfaction guaranteed. That's my pharmacy.
For decades, Springfield Trading Limited has provided Dominica with a very trusted distribution platform of the highest quality, best prices. Every day can't do without products and consumer brands. And as the Springfield Trading wheels of distribution continue to turn, we serve this nation with distinction on all levels, supported by a unique merchandising service, serving all major accounts across Dominica, the best daily distribution mobile network, and a dedicated support team. It is no doubt that Springfield Trading is being saluted for its market service confidence, efficiency, and consistency. With quality in everything, Springfield Trading is providing the brands you know and have come to trust, depend, and rely on with glowing confidence. Distributors for holiday foods, Grab a Holiday, Fruta, Real Fruit Juice, Juiced Right, Buster. You've got to have a Buster. Chubby, every day is fun day. Colgate, a world of care. Crooks Biscuits, your vital supplies. Cadbury Chocolate, makes every day delicious. And so many more products, only from Springfield Trading Limited.
For all your shopping needs at the best prices in Dominica. Shop at S-Mart. Shop at S-Mart.
Shop smart at S-Mart.
Getting some lotto.
Oh, my favorite shop.
Smart at S-Mart.
Get a top up flow. And did it
Shop smart at S-Mart.
Sunday to Sunday.
open on holidays.
Shop smart at S-Mart.
So much fresh fruit and produce.
Good quality service. Unlimited parking. All the best products at S-Mart. You get the best prices.
Smart at S-Mart.
Back to you.
Yes, and I can say to you customers that if you go to S-Mart, we have strawberry. Yes, it is available. We also have pears. We have apples. And just to tell you about the apples, if you go down to S-Mart, I can tell you, you will pick up a bag of apple because that apple, you have 5 apple in the bag. And that's 3 pounds. So 5 apple is weighing 3 pounds and it's 5 apples. The apples, they are big, sweet, and beautiful. So as soon as you see that bag of apple, you just have to make a sacrifice and buy that bag. That's the first time I'm seeing such a beautiful bag of apples. And I can tell you that it is really going off the shelf. Like I said, it's the first time, but that is something you just can't leave. When you see it, you will pick it up, and the price is $29.95. $29.95. Also, when you go down to S-Mart, you will get your blackberries. Like I said, blueberries, blackberries, all the berries available. And the strawberries. Okay, so make sure you go down to S-Mart because strawberries is really, really, really selling fast. Also, we have tofu. So for all the lovers of tofu who are not eating meat, and like I said, tomorrow is already Good Friday, and tomorrow is a good day to eat tofu. So we have tofu, we have the medium, we have the large tofu, we have the firm tofu, we have extra firm tofu. So go down to S-Mart, I can tell you right now, because it's going off the shelf. And also, you need to get your milk, get your dairy milk. If you can drink your milk with dairy, you can also get that. It is available. And also, you can get your almond milk. and we have sweetened and unsweetened, and we have vanilla. You have it in 1 gallon and in half gallon. Also today, let me just say to you customers that today is a good day and we just can't forget our cooking tomorrow. We have to ensure that we have fresh seasoning, right, for the cooking. So if you go down to SMAT right now, you will get your thyme, you will get parsley, you will get spinach, you will get Chinese cabbage. All that. Tomorrow is a day for your salads, for cooking something very healthy, your green vegetables. You need that tomorrow. And do not forget, tomorrow is the day also. If you go to SMAT, SMAT is closed, so you can't buy anything tomorrow because tomorrow there is closed, like I said. So all what you have to buy for tomorrow, it have to be today, right? Tonight. Remember, we are open until 9. We are open until 9. We close at 9. So you have enough time to ensure that you get what you need for the holiday tomorrow. Good Friday. We have to pray and eat enough good food tomorrow. So in the deli, we have the honey sliced ham. And also in the deli, we have lots of different types of cheese, whatever you feel that you want to eat. If you want a half pound, even quarter pound, you can get that in the deli. Also on the shelf, you can get honey sliced ham. You can get smoked ham. You can get premium deli smoked ham. And also you can get your chicken breast. Just to remind you customers, when you go to SMAT Deli, apart from buying your lunch, your breakfast, there's also lots more to buy in the deli. You can get your apple tarts. Okay, any amount you want, you can ask for apple tarts because it's tasting good. You can get custard tarts. You can get cinnamon swirl. You can get plain croissant. You can get multi-grain bagels. And I can tell you multi-grain baguettes. Multi-grain baguette, you can get that. You can get half baguettes, plain. And if you want an entire long baguette, you can get it also. But if you only want like a half, you can get that. You can get a loaf multi-grain. And also you can get your loaf multi-grain swirl. And as you know, multi-grain is very healthy to eat. So when you go down to SMAT, it's always available at the deli. Now today is a good day. Today is first day. So you need to go down to SMAT Deli and get your lunch. So in closing, just to remind you customers that we love you very, very much at SMAT, and we want you to have a blessed day tomorrow. Remember, it's Good Friday, so we need to go down to SMAT and get everything that we are looking for. And you know that at SMAT, you will get everything. We are well stocked with what you're looking for. So just go down to SMAT to shop today. And remember, we are closed tomorrow, but we close tonight at 9 p.m. So let me just say to you that at SMAT, we love you and we appreciate you. And of course, you know that Rosemary love you. So have a blessed day today and a good day tomorrow to rest.
Thank you, Rose. Have a great weekend yourself. Happy holidays.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
For decades, Springfield Trading Limited has provided Dominica with a very trusted distribution platform of the highest quality, best prices. Every day can't do without products and consumer brands. And as the Springfield Trading wheels of distribution continue to turn, we serve this nation with distinction on all levels, supported by a unique merchandising service, serving all major accounts across Dominica, the best daily distribution mobile network, and a dedicated support team. It is no doubt that Springfield Trading is being saluted for its market service confidence, efficiency, and consistency. With quality in everything, Springfield Trading is providing the brands you know and have come to trust, depend, and rely on with glowing confidence. Distributors for holiday foods, grab a holiday, Fruta, real fruit juice, juiced right. Buster, you've gotta have a Buster. Chubby, every day is fun day. Colgate, a world of care. Crooks Biscuits, your vital supplies. Cadbury Chocolate, makes every day delicious. And so many more products, only from Springfield Trading Limited, where quality is everything.
Saturday, April 4th. Wake up, let's pop from get ready for Breakfast Vibe. It's Breakfast Vibe. All happening at Super Special in Sultan. That's your morning the right way with good music, good food, and even better energy. And all that DJ Fit the Boss, DJ Snow, DJ Fantastic, spinning all your favorite tunes. Real and the movement champions TK Combo. And listen, come hungry, cause on the menu we got sauce, black pudding, vegan and some fish, stew pork, drumsticks, chips, fish and chips, hot water, fish water, and plenty more. Drinks, music, good vibes guaranteed. And the best part, it's absolutely free. So grab your crew, bring your appetite, and start the Easter weekend the right way. Breakfast Vibes is the Saturday from 7 a.m. sharp at Summer Special in Sultan. Don't miss Breakfast Vibes. It's powered by Adams, Justice Delight, and Case Rental.
All right, Dominica, we will continue the conversation until about 11:15 this morning. But on the line is scientist, ecologist, environmentalist Janelle Brisbane. Yeah, so as I said, as I was saying, On the line with me is Janelle Brisbane, who's been standing for Desbranches, and she has listened very carefully to Mr. Felix Gregoire, ambassador, a former forester himself, head of forestry, with his statement as it relates to Desbranches. Of course, as I said early on the initial response, she did say she found the statement from Mr. Gregoire very, very interesting. And in a nutshell, saying that with someone with so much knowledge of the importance of ESIA on our forests, he should know better. Or he did not take note of what happened to the river and the real concerns of the people. Janelle, good morning again. Thank you for standing for Desbranches. What's, again, your reaction to what you heard from the former ambassador, forester, Mr. Felix Gregoire?
Hi, good morning, Matt, and good morning to your listeners. Thank you for calling me in this morning to comment. I mean, I was not employed at forestry at the time where Mr. Gregoire, Ambassador Gregoire, was the head of forestry or within forestry at the time. But I myself, I'm a forester. You know, I have my Master's of Research in Ecology, and I'm actually pursuing a PhD in ecology at this moment. And all my research has been on Dominica. So just in case people need that background, I have looked at our forest. I actually did my master research on the impact of Hurricane Maria on our forest. So I have direct hand experience and a lot of data to, discuss his point about how our forest recovers after a hurricane, if he would so like to have that discussion with me. But I think it's very, I don't know quite how to put it at this moment, but it's a bit shameful, honestly, as a young professional, who looks up to these foresters who have set the pace, right? Who have created this field of forestry in Dominica, who have fought to protect our forest lines and our national parks. To hear somebody who is supposed to have so much professional duty to the country, professional experience, to completely ignore what the ESIA is saying and the concerns of the community and the voice of the river, what the river herself is saying, is quite surprising to me, to be very honest. I'm not sure how someone who is supposed to have so much professional experience is able to make such statements. But quite frankly, his statements do not even address the gaps of the ESIA. And so our concern then is, did he even look at what the ESIA is saying? Because a forester, any experienced, skilled forester, would be able to look at the information that has been provided in all three ESIAs and note that this project was not done for Desbranches.
You say it was not done for Desbranches. So you're very disturbed with what you heard this morning.
Well, nothing surprises me at this point, to be honest, Matt. I mean, we heard a statement from Ambassador Gregoire. We also heard a statement from the PS. And we read a statement from MMC. I'm not sure what is happening this morning, that they're all releasing their statements, but I'm happy to see that they're responding and at least taking note of what we're saying. But it's unfortunate that the same, PS who we have on record, by the way, at the site visit in January, refusing to believe that they have encroached on the Northern Forest Reserve. He refused to accept the map produced by Lands and Surveys, his own division. He refused to accept that map and, the professionalness of that map, the whole believability of that map, the officialness of that map. He actually threw it out the window.
He did?
And Well, I mean, not literally threw it
I
out
know,
the
I know,
window,
I
but
know.
but
Yes.
yes, mentally threw it out the window. He did, and we have him on record because this was said at the site visit in January. And he also said on record that the laws do not matter. Like, what laws? That Parliament makes the laws, not the people of Dominica. And the law is not a person. So what does it matter if they are breaking the laws or not at the site? So it's very interesting to hear now a statement that he's making, saying that they're following the laws, and it's a sign that the regulatory system is working. If the regulatory system were working, they would demand a complete redo of this ESIA so that it reflects properly the data and what Stonefield is. Because how is it that you have air and noise data coming from Crapo Hall? You have biodiversity data coming from Wesley and Anthony. And this is not us making it up. This is literally what the ESIA says. It says Wesley and Anthony on it. And if you were to plot the coordinates, you would land yourself in Crapo Hall. So again, this is not us making it up. This is copy and pasted from other ESIAs and sloppily put into Daywash. I'm not sure if they thought that we were idiots, the people who are reviewing this ESIA from the public. It's quite insulting, actually, to the community that they did not take the necessary time and care to put the correct information into the ESIAs. But, I mean, I don't know, Matt, because if they were so concerned about doing this properly and getting it done sooner rather than later, then why not just do it properly in the first place? If you did it properly in the first place, we would not be here commenting as we are about all the errors on your documents, because the extent of the errors, I note that MMC said that they have corrected, some of these things, as in like the incorrect site information with Wesley and Anthony. They did not actually correct it. The ESI in February still places the coordinates in Crapo Hall. The data still reflects a coastal system from Wesley and Anthony. They did not change the actual data. They just changed the title, Wesley and Anthony, into Stonefield. It's not one and the same. You cannot do that with a project with so much impact, especially as they're coming out with mercury, arsenic, and high bacterial levels in our water. This is a national environmental health emergency that they're reporting on. You cannot just treat this as lightly as they are treating it. What happens then to the health of all people downstream? Who then is going to take accountability for their health?
Well, I'm very surprised that Mr. Gregoire in his statement basically alluded that, Dave Wash will come back like we've seen after hurricanes. Can you make a reference to that? Are you there?
Yes.
Yes,
I don't believe I've ever met Ambassador Gregoire in person. I would really love the opportunity to sit down with him and to, get his understanding on the matter, especially, Gary, myself as young ecologists. We would always love the opportunity to speak to our older foresters who, would be able to impart this wisdom on us and correct us if we are wrong so that we can proceed, going forward with the correct information. But comparing defoliation from a hurricane, so the leaves, that's literally what he said, that, the trees lost all their leaves.
Yes, he did.
But the trees are still there standing at the end of the day in the ground is essentially the comparison that he's making to you now completely removing the vegetation. So you're uprooting all these trees, you're removing the topsoil, and you're removing other layers of the soil to go down to Now, Dominica is a very large farming society. And I know all the farmers out there hearing that statement of, the land can recover so easily if the topsoil is removed. I know they know the importance that topsoil plays in having vegetation at the site in the first place. And if you were to take out all this, I'm not saying the site can never recover. Everything can be mitigated in life. Everything we can recover to some degree in life as humans, but at what cost, right? Are we going to spend $1,000 doing it, or are we going to spend $1 million doing it? And that is what is going to determine the level of recovery of the site. But just like physical planning, I'm not sure if you saw physical planning's letter to Montreal management with all their comments. They made it very clear that there's so many deficiencies in the SIA. Oops, 1 second. I'm getting a call happening at the
I
same
know
time. Sorry about that.
you'll get many calls. Yes, go ahead. Yes.
Yes, it's okay. Sorry, I'm losing my trail of thought. But yes, so physical planning was commenting on the crusher plans, ESIA, which the PS misquoted, by the way. The crushing plan ESIA is the February ESIA, not December, like he alluded to. There's so many deficiencies down to environmental health and the Physical Planning Authority pointing out their concerns over the water samples and asking for data. You know, what is the GPS data, the timing of these samples? They completely pointed out the complete absence of any aquatic life survey in these ESIAs. And they also made a statement, let me get it for you, right, in point 6 saying, overlooking these factors could result in lasting effects on biodiversity and habitats, livelihoods, and the economy. And this is where they're talking about mitigation measures for riparian zones, that they were concerned about soil and water contamination and how this project has ranked them as low impact. But there are actually 2 impacts that are of great public concern, and that they need to move these supposed low impact rating points into an area of higher concern, of high priority. Because, I mean, this project clearly does not prioritize environmental or social health. That they also want to see things like the forest reserve map be placed against the site map. I don't know. I like there's so many things to point out, so many errors. I don't understand. I mean, it's the same thing with the Montreal management statement that was put out this morning. We have been asking for transparency, but putting out a blank statement is not transparency. You're saying that there's a forest officer who conducted the survey. Who is this forest officer, so that we are able to understand credibility, but also be able to question why certain data was put out over another? You have not once listed any key experts besides Josiah Benoit. And like we said before, is Josiah Benoit a super expert, or were there indeed 5 other people helping him? Because one person cannot be the one responsible for calibrating the equipment, conducting all forms of surveys, interviewing community, writing the ESAs while being employed by the developer himself.
That would be definitely conflict of interest.
Absolute conflict of interest.
But I'm amazed to see that everybody's coming out of their holes this morning. Now we've seen some statements come from various sources, and I know you've been asking to see reports and you can exchange notes. But why are they coming out now? You know, to speak to the issue.
But our thing is, Matt, again, we are scientists. We lead by data, but even beyond being scientists, we are Dominicans. We are members of our community. You know, we've all grown up along this river. Many of us, like Gary, still live along this river. You know, this is directly impacting our daily lives. This is a direct concern to us. So not just even being scientists in our professional capacity, this is a personal matter to us as well as Dominicans. And we have been calling for meetings. You know, can you please come and meet with the community? We don't want these one-on-one meetings. We want you to come to the community, the very people that you are there to serve. We want you to present with us with the data. So the same in Montreal Management's letter that we saw today, they're talking about, you know, how in their annexes they have information on geotechnical studies and so on and so forth. But at least the documents they presented to us, the ESIAs, which are still online, they have none of that information. So are you saying that you withheld that information from the public or included it after the fact is what we need to know, because the information we were presented with was completely devoid of it. And to the point where that same physical planning letter that was issued on March 6th also points to the lack of data on the rock material. It says rock testing results from Crapo Hall and Dave Wash to be included because there are none in these reports. So if Physical Planning Authority, which includes environmental health, agriculture, lands and surveys, physical planning, so on and so forth, if they themselves are asking for the data in March, it means that the ESIAs we were presented to that were published in February, December, and June of last year are obviously devoid of that information. So where is this data, and why is it that they're continuously putting out statements to try to counter us without even presenting once the data that would speak volumes? If they just put out that data in and of itself, they can start putting out all these other blanket statements. But I don't know, Matt. It's just
But it seems that you're very disappointed with what you've read thus far from these statements.
Yeah. I'm very disappointed. Our team is very disappointed because, again, to me, as a scientist and just a person, I guess. If you are true to your word, and so much science has been done, you would just simply present the results. Why is it that you are so hesitant to give the people the information that they require? And why is transparency seeming like something that is such a luxury? Why are they treating us as if we are almost idiots in a sense with the information that they're putting out, like disrespecting our community that way and our professionals that way? And I mean, I remember a statement by the Speaker of the House talking about how the youth need to come back. But I mean, as a youth who has come back, and Gary also as a youth who has come back, are these our role models? Is this the work system that we have to integrate into? Is this the professional ethics that we are expected to adopt? Like, if this is the environment that we are expected to come back and work within, I understand why most of my classmates have not found their way back to Dominica, quite frankly, because what is this? We're getting educated to then come back and have to deal with this level of ethics. And I don't even want to say childishness, because to me, children are very pure of heart. They would not act in this manner intentionally. And I think it's an insult to children actually to say that, an adult who's acting out of line is childish. No, you are acting like an adult who just has no moral compass, and that's not childish. That is just being an unethical person.
Thank you, Janelle. Thank you. What are they coming back to? That level of professionalism? Good question to ask at this time. Janelle Brisbane. See what I'm talking about? See why the young people are not coming back? We have another almost 15 minutes before our next stop. So we're going to start taking your phone calls, 449. Someone who says, Matt, Mr. Greg was definitely singing for his supper. For a man who knows better. Hello, talk to me, yes? No.
Matt.
Yes,
Morning.
Morning to you, morning.
That is why I tell you I'm not convinced when they're talking about professionals and intellect. You see those intellects where they landed up into real shit, and we understanding them now to know how stupid they are. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you very much on the telephone. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Good morning, Matt.
Morning to you.
Matt, boy, Trump made a famous statement, and a lot of people tell me don't bash Trump, but here goes. Trump says, I love the uneducated. He said that, and I think we're going on, the DLP administration is going along the same line. Because when you have an educated man come in and talk to all this foolishness, Matt, you cannot compare defoliation from a hurricane You cannot compare that to a backhoe digging up big grown trees and taking off the topsoil and going down to take rocks. It's not going to be the same. When a hurricane passes and takes the leaves off, within weeks, the leaves are growing back. Yes, you have some broken branches, you may have some fallen trees, but the forest as a whole is coming right back. But when a backhoe takes it out, Matt, and you go down how many feet, it's not the same. You cannot make that kind of comparison. Enough said.
Thank you very much again. 449-3095, 449-3096, 449-3097, 616-4257. Interesting comments there from this scientist, young scientist, asking for data from the other side who have not been able to present the data. Hello, talk to me. Yes?
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
Matt, that's my first time calling that radio station in my life.
Okay.
To hear that type of talk from that mister there, and the man I know very well, my father worked with that man. And Matt, it's the first time I'm hearing that nonsense. That's the first time I'm vexed about the whole thing that's going on in Dominica. This people know better. You get me when a hurricane passes and it blow down a tree, even though it break a branch, in less than a year it should back up. And you put a tree and tell me that. My father was an old agriculturist. You understand? And hearing them and talking the nonsense, them is really, really disappointing to Dominicans.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm listening to Ms. Brisbane and must commend her for her response to Ambassador Gregoire's statement, Read Dave Wash. Excellent, very professional. Mr. Gregoire is definitely singing for his supper, very disrespectful and disgraceful from Mr. Gregoire, knowing what he presented during his tenure at Forestry. Those of you who missed it, we will, of course, continue this out of time, though. Out of time. What a shame of Mr. Gregoire. Is this partisan politics or greed for money or material things that have corrupted the likes of him and reduced them to mere red puppets singing for their supper from their master? Those of us who know better will see them for who they really are. So let them continue to expose themselves. I'm shaking my head. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Yes, good morning. 10,
Good morning, Matt.
27. How are you? Yes.
Christian Gregoire is another old Labour Party.
There's no Crispin, there's Felix you're talking of. Felix.
Putting back his flowers. Christian Gregoire. A man like Christian Gregoire knows better than what he said.
Felix, not Crispin. Felix Gregoire. Felix, okay?
Yeah. Watch me, that I've got no education. I know him will come and blow at 3 or even 5. But in a 6 months, the place booming again. But you don't know when a backhoe come and it dig, he root out the trees. It's not the same thing. So what you coming on the radio and say there, Mr. Gregoire? Because don't talk for Dominican again. Talk for your party. All right.
Thank you very much on the telephone. Well, hello, talk to me, yes? Mm-hmm.
Yes, good morning to you, Matt.
Morning to you, morning.
And to your listeners, Matt. Matt, I do not know Mr. Gregoire at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I know I can understand speech and people speaking from their own heart and when they're speaking from something they read. And I do not know if there's some ambassadorship that is open for some ambassadors to come. But this man is talking about people who do not want the airport, Matt. Matt, I do not want the airport if it's going to destroy a river in Dominica. Mr. Gregoire understand that Kendall Richards do not want an international airport if it is going to destroy one river. So let us do that thing properly. Get the studies, get all the EIA and everything properly done. And don't come and just talk because you song. The song is so like you have exposed yourself so much it's impossible to understand. I mean, come on, man. people are not against the airport. None of us are against the airport. But I Kennedy Ridges, do not want to lose the river because of the international airport. Let's put it somewhere else.
Paula, thank you very much. Somebody needs to ask the DLP, what is this dishonesty about that is so rooted in them? I mean, there seem to be no end to this damn nonsense. Miss Brisbane is so right. No professional worth. The assault will associate themselves with these people, young or old. See? Hello, talk to me. Yes.
Matt, good morning.
Morning to you.
I want to protect Mr. Crispin Gregoire. Let me tell the gentleman, it's Felix Gregoire, is not Crispin Gregoire. Thank you.
I've said that many times too. Hello, let's see if we can go to, of course, a few voice notes. Hello, make it quick, huh?
So, Mark, what you're trying to tell me, this form of forestry is trying to compare a natural disaster to a man-made disaster. Boy, these educated fools, man, these educated fools, they will sell their soul and say anything for to be this is just madness. Every day I listen to this radio station, it's just some madness coming on from these people on the other side.
We don't have too much more time. Of course, please. It's already 10:31. See, please try to make your voice notes as short as possible, huh? Thank you very much. Let's take this one.
Matt, good morning to you and all Dominicans.
Morning to you, yes.
Matt,
Yes.
I heard the statement from Mr. Felix Gregoire, and I'm in awe, but not disappointed. I am not disappointed because if you remember the last time I was on your program, Matt, I told you that Dominica has a lot of intellectually dishonest people. And Felix Gregoire has demonstrated that he sits on the pile of intellectually dishonest people. When this man can tell me that he wants to make the comparison of a man-made disaster, which is happening in Debwash, what they are doing in Debwash, to a natural disaster. So you have lost all your scruples. You have lost your scruples. No doubt Dominicans respect you, but you are not commanding that any form of respect for yourself. Because why would you come in the name of politics to say that? So let me tell you a thing or two. I want to tell you that you don't give a damn about anybody because you know why? You're clean drinking water and you are not affected. But it's the conquered people who have been affected with clean drinking water and other essentials that they depend on the river for. I don't understand from what standpoint you're coming from. Did you take instructions from Timal on Facebook? Because it's Timal, I saw that content creator when he said that, what is happening in Debwash is comparable to the natural disasters that the country has faced. So you are taking instructions from someone like Timal and you call yourself a professional, you call yourself head of forestry. I don't get it. How is it that you don't know that a natural disaster is not the same as a man-made disaster? But natural disasters are environmental or geological forces like earthquakes, floods, hurricanes, like what you spoke about, acting independently of human intent. So you want to compare the man-made disaster, which man-made disasters are clear results from human negligence, human error or intent, industrial and accidents, terrorism, pollution. as in the case at Debwash, all of which can be prevented. Man-made disasters can be prevented through safety regulations. And that's the reason the ESIAs are so important.
All right, Master, we're going to take you out on that note because of time. We'll take a few more calls and we'll wrap it up for the morning. But we will continue. Monday's a holiday. We will continue. On Tuesday, there's a big protest action taking place in Debwash on Saturday from 2. So if you want to be part of the movement, find yourself at Debwash on Saturday. We'll give you more details as it relates to buses that may be available to get you there. I will talk to you on Saturday. Tomorrow is a holiday. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes? Oh, sorry about that. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Mountain, the growing after you dig out all the soil from it and throw it down. I think it's water that would be, they would have a pool with water and maybe the trees growing around it, but the mountain was not going to grow back. So what Felix talking about? But I'm surprised that Mr. Gregor, yeah? Well, he know my voice because he really takes people's voice from my own and he was angry with me for taking another person's voice from my own. So he can get angry with me because I find Gregor for a big man. What is he really singing for? You're retired? Go for something that stop singing for your supper and carry coattail. Bye-bye.
All right, hello, talk to me, 449-3095. We'll have just about 9 minutes to go. Hello, talk to me. We're ending with Shana. Hello, yes. Hello. Are you there, caller? Are you there? No, you're not. Let's take more phone calls. Oh boy. Who's the saying? What a wow. Oh boy. Somebody's asking the question. So, because nature will recover, we can destroy it? That's party politics mentality. What a wow. Let's take a few other phone calls. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
you listen to Kelly the Ghost Williams last night and Clarence Christian.
No, I didn't listen. I don't listen to things I don't learn from.
If you can pull up that clip from them last night, what the people say, what Ghost saying that the people that protesting should do them like the people that was protesting in Iran. Just shoot them down.
Oh, really?
Yes, if you can get to that clip. When Clarence say he's not in that kind of statement. But Ghost, that's what Ghost was saying. That even calling Nasir Fontaine a counterfeit dread for having a white woman as his wife. You can pull up that.
I'll try to find out, but that's ridiculous. Thank you.
Find that, on the program last night.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Join us.
449-3095-96 and 97. Dominic, interesting. Yes, but I don't really listen to this program. If I can learn from it, I will, huh? But don't listen to things I don't learn from. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes? So they will listen. They will listen to me, yes, huh? Yes,
Yes, good morning.
Morning to you, yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make a point as it relates to this discussion you're having. First of all, the discussion really centered about the initiation of the project. And that is what strong men do. They do things. They know all of the right ways to do things, but they do it, ignore the public. Now, people like Mr. Gregoire and others, including the chief planning officer, we're not hearing from them. The person who initiated the project should have gone to them, since now they're coming out as professionals, and said, well, listen, this is what we want to do. You know, give us your perspective on forestry and whatever. No. He wants to do it and he does it. And then now you're coming to defend him. Of what interest, of what purpose is Mr. Gregoire coming out now? What can he do to mitigate? Nothing. What could Mr. Capitolan do? Nothing. We need to talk to professionals, people that deal with geologists and real forestry people, real people that have genuine records and statistics on our forestry or rivers and that kind of stuff. Because these other laymen are just burning time. So the Prime Minister, or whoever it was that conceived that project, all of this stuff was supposed to be done in advance. You heard the public crying and clamoring for ESIA, for this, for that. They didn't care. They were doing what they were doing and thought they would not be challenged. So now they have a serious challenge, and we're going to court where the possibility of what they're doing may be stopped, at least temporarily. So they see the pushback, and they're sending their acolytes out there to defend. So I said to Mr. Gregoire, you should have been upfront. And if he comes to you now and send you on the radio, tell him, no, sir, you should have come to me before. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We're going to wrap it up now. Somebody said somebody's requesting this song this morning. Huh? All right. And this is my view. A manifestation of the fact that these people, including Capitole, have been pressured or possibly pressured to go out and speak publicly on this, as Roosevelt Scary said repeatedly, that business persons and others should come out in defense of the CBI as they benefit from it. They're now desperate, but all the evidence uncovered by Gary Ginal and others in the movement exposes the dishonesty, deficiencies, and disregard for the law by this government. Anyone, particularly professional, should be so shamed by this behavior that it would step aside from that. Disgusting people who claim to love Dominica, but they love something other than Dominica did.
I want to be on the bubble list. Somebody put me on the bubble list. Forty on the bubble list. Nelly on the bubble. Lucas on the bubble. Lucas on the bubble list. So why can't I be on the bubble list? Somebody put me on the bubble list. I want to be on the bubble list. Somebody put me on the bubble list. Play cricket, everybody is. Play basketball, people are amazed. Play football, all you get is praise. Play football, you get a big ring.
We're waiting for our next guest.
Somebody put me on the bubble list. I want to be on the bubble list. Somebody put me on the bubble list. I'm on the bubble list. Harry on the bubble list. Goldie on the bubble. Johnny is on the bubble. Can be on the bubble list. Somebody put me on the bubble list. I want to be on the bubble list. Somebody put me on the bubble list.
I'm surprised my guest is not there just yet.
Dominica, it's that time again. Non-Stop Places presents Shana, the 6th edition, under the theme, Bring It All for Jesus to Fix in 2026. Join us for a powerful night of praise, worship, and the preached word of God, featuring guest speakers Pastor Iroy Hamilton, Pastor Bon Vigilant, and evangelist Claude Wicks. Be blessed through special music ministry by Reddick Tuse, Hilltop Singers, Fishers of Men, and more. Friday, April 3rd, 7 p.m. at the Dominica Public Service Union Building on Valley Road. Come expecting your miracle, your breakthrough, deliverance, and victory. This is a night you don't want to miss. For more information, call 616-4229.
My hands in victory.
Dominica, it's that time again. Non-Stop Places presents Shana, the 6th edition, under the theme, Bring It All for Jesus to Fix in 2026. Join us for a powerful night of praise, worship, and the preached word of God, featuring guest speakers Pastor Iroy Hamilton, Pastor Bon Vigilant, and evangelist Claude Wicks. Be blessed through special music ministry by Reddick Tuse, Hilltop Singers, Fishers of Men, and more. Friday, April 3rd, 7 p.m. at the Dominica Public Service Union Building on Valley Road. Come expecting your miracle, your breakthrough, deliverance, and victory. This is a night you don't want to miss. For more information, call 616-4229.
My hands in victory.
Dominica, it's that time again. Non-Stop Places presents Shana, the 6th edition, under the theme, Bring It All for Jesus to Fix in 2026. Join us for a powerful night of praise, worship, and the preached word of God, featuring guest speakers Pastor Iroy Hamilton, Pastor Bon Vigilant, and evangelist Claude Wicks. Be blessed through special music ministry by Reddick Tuse, Hilltop Singers, Fishers of Men, and more. Friday, April 3rd, 7 p.m. at the Dominica Public Service Union Building on Valley Road. Come expecting your miracle, your breakthrough, deliverance, and victory. This is a night you don't want to miss. For more information, call 616-4229.
All right, we have Brother Wicks on the telephone. Evangelist, how are you doing this morning? I know you're part of this big celebration taking place Friday. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Matt. Thank you very much for having me on. Heston is expected to join you pretty shortly.
Yes, he is.
I'm doing well. I'm doing well in the land of the living. I thank God for His boundless reservoir of inexhaustible grace and mercies. May I also greet our Dominican people, those in the diaspora community as well. Thank God to be alive and thank you for the time that you have slotted for us, even after coming from that part of the hot seat this morning.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Wicks, for joining us here this morning. And I know you're looking forward to this big activity taking place tomorrow.
Yes, sure, indeed. Bring it on to Jesus so that Jesus can fix it. As we told you a couple of days ago, and of course, I told the public, we expect a large throng of people to come in, given what is happening in the world today. There are so many people who downpress, oppress, people are sick, people are hurting, people need deliverance. And this is the 6th edition of Shana. This is the very 6th edition, and I believe by God's grace it will continue. And the express purpose for that is to reach out to our people. And so we send a really warm invitation to all and sundry. We've made it clear it's nothing about being denominational. It's multi-denominational. Everybody and anybody can come. I always put it simply that come as you are and come with great expectation to be blessed, expectation to be delivered, expectation to get rid of the hopelessness and the heart that is so heavy, and see where you can get God's peace in the garden of your heart and shrivel and whittle out all the pressures and vicissitudes of life. Matt, the world is turbulent. I describe it as being apocalyptic, cataclysmic. You see the wars all over the place, right here in the region, including Dominica has its problems. In fact, I can give you a punchline. In this day and time of murders, robberies, wars, malfeasance, corruption, infidelity, we can see that there is something wrong with our society today. Even in Holy Week, we see lies and all kinds of things are being said, whether on radio or out of radio. Our society has been broken in many ways, and the moral decline is just part of it. Time and time again, we wake up to see in our local news and in foreign news as well, where someone has been killed for little or no reason at all. A child, a toddler is being raped, sometimes gets slapped on the wrists. But not only is it happening here, right in Dominica, it's happening all over the world. So we can see the time, Matt, is coming. Jesus is approaching. The birth pangs are evident and palpable. So we're really hoping that people will come. Sometimes it's been said, and the Bible is clear on it, a prophet is not honored in his hometown. Where two or three are gathered, we know the presence of God is very, very present. But we appeal, because we're walking on the streets, Brother Heston, Charles, and myself, Pastor Iroy, Pastor Vigilant, Von Vigilant of the East, we will all be there, the Hilltop Singers. So it's a time of worship. We can go to secular places to worship. We have an unquenchable thirst for the secular things. But I think, in my opinion, as I've been saying all the time, Dominica is right for God to do something huge and mighty. But I think we as a people, we continue to prevent him from doing it. It doesn't say that he's not sovereign and that he cannot do it or will not do it. But we must position ourselves as a people who have espoused that we are a Christian society. But I say so unreservedly, that's lip service. Dominica was given dedicated to the Lord in 2004, in April of 2004. We're in 2026, and you might be wondering, is that really true? So we need a seismic shift in our mind, a renewing of the mind, and so that we can get rid of the divisiveness and speak truth to power and say, thus saith the Lord, Brother Matt.
You're speaking there, and of course, speaking to everybody. But it's been suggested out there as well. Even yesterday, I heard it that pastors themselves are giving up, their sanity, if you will, and being bought by the quote unquote politicians, and makes people, in other words, distrust the system going forward. So what's your take, and what would you be telling people about that? Because people don't actually trust pastors anymore.
Yeah. That's a fair question. That's a fair question to ask. Surely there is hope. The politicians do not have the answer. The economists do not have the answer. And that is why we are saying that it must be taken to God to fix it. In fact, as I tell you, at the part of the punchline, we wonder what we can do to fix our world. Let me just put it, this is in my sermon. We wonder what we can do as a people to fix Dominica. But I want us to know that no matter how much we try to fix a situation, even the situation in Dominica, let's talk about our home place, it will and can only be fixed by divine intervention. So the point is, the very politicians themselves and others in the high parts of society, they too must submit and surrender themselves to the Lord Jesus Christ. They don't have the answers. In fact, if they had the answers and others that had the answers, I can tell you Dominica would be in a better place.
All right.
As simple as that. Yeah,
Thank you. But let's deal with Heston has just joined us to deal with the logistics of course, the activity tomorrow. Heston, again, welcome to studios. Welcome.
Good morning to you, Mr. Matt Pelte, the most talked about. The one whom some people love to love you and some love to hate you, and you love them all the same.
All the same, all the same.
It is a pleasure to be here. It's a great delight. I must let you know and the nation know that Friday is movements for your improvement, the appropriate occasion for your emotions, the action for your satisfaction. And if you're planning to die, postpone your funeral, because the place to be is at PSU from 7 o'clock this Friday. You're looking for an avenue to pray. And what really motivated me to come about with this special initiative, Matt, is that many people call me on a Sunday morning. You know, I've been in ministry, broadcasting for 22 years. In May, we'll give 22 years.
22 years.
Since Non-Stop Praises was born.
Wow.
And you know, and consequently, it's not something I want to boast about, but people use this as their church.
True. Like Saturday morning for me.
Yes. People like, that's where they get their blessing. That's where they get their inspiration. And I want people to go to church because the Bible says, forsake not the assembly of yourself together. But I realize, you know, through my understanding and understanding human behavior, that if you have a neutral venue that does not look like a church, and you can get people to come, use it. And so that is why we came about with this special deliverance and victory service and victory every Good Friday. It's an avenue, it's an opportunity for people who need prayer can come. People who are looking for some, and Dominica is infested with OBIMAT.
It is.
Dominica is infested with necromants. Dominica is infested with all kind of, you know, before country band was something that people did physically, you know, they exchanged, you have fig. I have yam, I give you yam. But you know, country band is another level now, Matt.
Right.
I don't want to go into details, but country band right now is on another level. And so consequently, there is a dark cloud. We have to admit there is a dark cloud over this nation because spiritual wickedness in high places. And unfortunately, the custodians of the gospel have failed to leave the church and go out to help people, go out and make an impact on people, go out into the highways, go out into the byways, get into people's homes, Matt. This thing of standing up in front of a pulpit with three-piece tuxedo does not work. Looking pretty.
You must connect.
You have to connect. And so leaders and spiritual leaders need to get out of their comfort zone. It's about church outside of the walls of the perimeter, where you can meet the ghetto man, where you can go down by the bay. You can get into the market. You know, we go to the market, Matt. I don't know if you have ever seen us, but we go to the market once a month, and we do a service there with the market vendors. And left to them, we come in there every Saturday morning because they look forward to this, they anticipate this. And so this is what Shana is about. It's the 6th edition. We have 3 very powerful preachers, Matt. Well, no one has to say Wicks is powerful. I mean, Wicks is he connects. He has the command of the English language. I mean, you have to give it to him. And the local man can associate with Wicks. Wicks is a roots man. He's a down-to-earth, and he's also very, very, very strong in theology because he has done a lot of studies. He knows the word, and he's passionate about the word. We have Pastor Vigilant, who is a young pastor, very powerful, very dynamic. Also, too, coming from Cassibus, he knows the word. We can count on him. Brother Iroy, who some people call him Hendrix, he's well known coming from the Mao Masak community, from Subudi Masak, Grongs man, a man that is roots man and used to be doing something there at Wahoo every Tuesday evening, people coming in for prayer. So this avenue at PSU is for the Rasta man, it's for the bald man, it's for the rich man, it's for everyone that has been shying away. And I can understand why people shy away from church. I am not making excuses, but I can understand, and I can understand that when Jesus came, he had to go through the cornfields. The Bible says that when he came and he started to walk around, he realized that the Jews did not want to interfere with the Samaritans. He broke that barrier. and he went into Samaria, and that's where he met the Samaritan woman. So it's about breaking down barriers of religion. Three pastors from three ministers, different denomination, but they're on the same platform with the same
So
mission.
you start off right now. We have to wrap up. You start off in what way tomorrow?
We
praise
start off with praise and
Okay.
worship with Brother Rennick. You know Rennick to say?
Yeah, of course.
We start off with praise and worship with Brother Rennick to say. Then we have our first minister, Evangelist Wicks. And then from that, we go back into another session of worship with the Hilltop Singers.
A lot of praise tomorrow.
A lot of praise. I mean, Matt, I know you're going to be there. And what I would like you to promise me, you're following. if 50% of your following.
Oh, you'd have a full house.
Matt, I know you have a very impressive, and I always said to you, Matt, I'm giving you your kudos, and probably you can give me an extra 1 minute to say this, because I'm giving you your flowers, and I look into your eyes and I tell you, I have a lot of respect for you.
Thank you.
And you notice when I come on this station, on your program, I don't mix words to commend you for your
Thank you.
efforts, because we are bewildered by we are bewildered by politics that we cannot even we see something gray and we'll say it's blue because of politics.
True.
It's unfortunate. And so I am saying publicly to Dominica, Mr. Matt Peltier is a man that deserves his high commendation, especially for the work that he has done with Franklin Moses. Matt, I hope your callers, when they're calling you, they remember him to give you kudos for the work you're doing with Franklin Moses, because they're there. Matt. I'm passionate about it because Franklin is my friend. And when I see the effort, Matt, the attention you're giving him, the love that you're giving Franklin, my heart goes out. And I say, that is it, Matt, because you see, in Dominica, we prefer to say, Matt, I know I own your time, but in Dominica, you say I'm controversial, but in Dominica, do you know that we prefer to say Ela for people, for their property, than to say hooray, congratulations. Do you know that?
That's true. That's true.
Yes.
But let's allow Evangelist Wicks, because if I allow you, I have a meeting standing by to continue. Mr. Wicks, let's have your final word before we go. Are you there?
Yes, I am there listening in the backdrop. Well, yes, Matt, Nelson has said it all, and we just have to thank you for your continued support. And we also thank the public. We operate by faith. We've not seen them yet, but we believe and trust that they will be there. My final salvo for us as a people in Dominica, especially one of the questions that you asked me with respect to how Dominica can be fixed. I believe 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14 to all of us. And I quote, if my people which are called by my name, and we say we're a Christian nation in Dominica, by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways. And that's the evil Brother Heston and others are talking about. A lot of evil. There's oceans of evil meandering its way downstream. Then will I hear from heaven. So it's about change. It's about transformation. It's about a metamorphosis in our land, and we'll forgive their sin. We must come clean before God, and He will fix us, and He will heal the land, because there are many, many things happening all over the world, including Dominica. But for Jesus Christ and His restorative grace and redeeming grace can surely bring light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
Very much
Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Wicks. Thank you again. Looking forward to having you there on Friday evening,
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, God's willing. And again, I say to the people that are afraid to pray, come. Some people think prayer is plenty words. Prayer is not plenty words. Just call on the Lord. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
Speak from your heart.
Speak from your heart, and God will understand. You can be a murderer. You can be a rapist. Doesn't matter. Child molester. You can be like you say, a notorious character.
That's done. Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Matt, I will call you on Saturday morning to give you a little, preview of what transpired. Looking forward to have you. And you're following, Matt. You're following those who listen to you. I know you're very infectious. And Matt, you seem to not only be gifted in the speaking, but you have the right touch for the right songs. I say you must join the evangelistic, initiative, because you know the right gospel music to play on a Saturday morning.
Like this one.
said you'd only see sunshine. He never said there'd be no rain. He only promised a heart full of singing for the very thing that once brought pain. Give them all, give them all, give them all to Jesus. Shattered dreams, wounded hearts, broken torn. Give them all, give them all, give them all to Jesus. He will turn your sorrows into joy. Give them all, give them all, give them all to Jesus. Shattered dreams, wounded hearts, broken torn. Give them all, give them all, give them all to Jesus. He will turn your sorrow into joy. Oh, he will turn your sorrows into joy. Yes, he will turn your sorrows into joy.
So here I am to worship, here I am to bow, here I am.
Easy Rock 95.1. More rock, less talk while you work. The latest soft rock hit after hit. Tune into Easy Rock 95.1, the best mid-morning show in the right here on Q95, the big station.
Fresh Market, Best Price, and Cash and Carry are giving you the chance to win the ultimate gas station. Simply spend $100 or more in store for a chance to win a luxurious weekend getaway at the Secret Bay Resort, plus 2 VIP tickets to Jazz and Creole, and spending money. But the excitement does not end here. Enjoy weekly prizes, fun in-store activities, and surprises, all promotion alone. The more you shop, the more chances you get to win. Shop at Fresh Market, Best Price, or Cash and Carry today and enter for your chance to win the ultimate gas station. Promotion runs from now until April 24th. Terms and conditions apply.
The free loans for your every need. Cards have you covered, best believe. Cards Ready Cash, it's for everyone. Not to worry, fast approval. Hurry up and come. We got this all. We on the go. Cards Ready Cash, you already know. We got this all. We on the go. Cards Ready Cash, always ready when you're ready. Let's go.
Cards Ready Cash, ready when you are.
Ooh, oh, KFC. Ooh, oh, KFC. Looking for some place to go. Meals for so. KFC. Grab your family and your friends. Join in the experience.
KFC. It's the place to be, made for you and me. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Easy Rock 95.1. More rock, less talk while you work. The latest soft rock, hit after hit. Tune into Easy Rock 95.1, the best mid-morning show in the right here on Q95, the big station.
So this morning I woke up and I looked in the mirror and every part of my body was in place. Many people died and never saw this day. So another day I live, I appreciate. Don't ever wanna act too high and mighty, cause tomorrow I can fall down on my face. So in everything, Lord, I give you praise. And that puts a smile on my face. Lord, I thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day, beautiful day, it's a beautiful day, yeah. Don't pass by, let us unite, we got one life, let's go. It's a beautiful day, yeah. It's a beautiful day. So yeah, go I walk through the valleys of the shadow of death. I will fear no evil, won't be dismayed. When I see the clock ticking away and things are not in place. Everything in life happens for a reason. Disappointment comes with a lesson. It's for me to get wiser. In the end, it will get better. Thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Please don't pass by. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. If you got life, then you got praise. You may not have money, but you're living day by day. You can have faith and go and work. Get up on that feet and put that brain to work. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. It may not be the way I want it to be, but I thank you for every situation that made me good and bad friends that came into my life, and those who are still here today. Lord, I thank you. Lord, I thank you. Lord, I thank you. Lord, I thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day, beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. Don't pass it by, let us unite. We got one life, oh, it's a beautiful day, yeah. It's a beautiful day. Making me stronger. Sky has no, they can't just be coincidence now. You're making me wiser. Full time I open up my eyes and see that the thing is making me better. Bringing up my bed, taking me higher, so unexpected. Oh, meant to drop me. In the midst of all the pestilence, you got me. But there not have been an easy friend. Could I see an easy day? I got you hurt from where my trust was betrayed. How much longer will my blessings be laid? You say run to your evil will be laid. I wonder if you ever heard when I pray. Tell me the cause you have. She said the next season of my life there'll be no limit and appointment in the fire. These things they are making me stronger. Trials know they cannot be coincidence. You're making me wiser. Full time I open up my eyes and see that the pain is making me better. Process, bringing out my baby. You're taking me higher than unexpected. I could have never know what they thought of me. You're trying to give me a quick hit and a slow down and a big heart and show me that your patience is the best thing. So I will give thanks to you and humble my heart. Heights and depths, you promise peace and rest, you promise I'll be blessed. But right now is the season to